A couple of years ago, around this time, 1st of November-ish, my wife and I decided that we wanted to sing some Christmas carols. And, my wife's got a fantastic singing voice. My voice is definitely not a fantastic singing voice, but I thought that it could be a fun thing to do, just to do two voices and just to have fun with it, just see what we could do. And maybe sing for our families at the Christmas gathering. We did it again last year, and actually both years we ended up being so ill just before Christmas that we had to stop the practice, and then on Christmas Day we'd have such croaky throats that, we tried. It was awful, but we had some fun preparing for it, right? And so this morning we realized that time is coming up quite soon, and, it'd be quite nice to dust off the sheet music and to get into that practicing mode once again. And we found one of the carols that we'd printed off last year, and we hadn't really had a chance to practice it. And it came upon a midnight clear, and there's this verse that goes like this. But with the woes of sin and strife the world has suffered long. Beneath the angel strain have rolled 2,000 years of wrong. And man at war with man hears not the love song which they bring. Oh, hush the noise, ye men of strife, and hear the angels sing. For lo, the days are hastening on by prophet bards foretold, when with the ever-circling years come round the age of gold, when peace shall over all the earth its ancient splendours fling, and the whole world give back the song which now the angels sing. And we were completely incapable of singing it. It was just too depressing. And so as the morning rolled on and I started to think to myself, my goodness, what on earth am I going to make my video about this week? I realized that I've actually spent quite a lot of time this week thinking about the topic of peace. I had a really lovely one-to-one video conversation this week with one of the Level Infinity members who was wanting some advice about how to bring more peace into his place of work. And so we kind of did an overview of what kind of magic is available for that kind of thing. And in the end, we decided that the best thing was probably going to be some talismanic materia from Sphere and Sundry. And naturally, I'll leave a link down in the description so that you can find that materia yourself. And then a little bit later in the week, I created a new area in the Foolish Fish Discord, an area that lists different effects that people might want to produce and might want magical pointers in order to enable. I thought to myself, there are so many grimoires that list individual spirits and that say, right, this spirit does this and this and this and this. But there aren't that many manuals that say, okay, this is the effect that you're looking for, and these are the spirits that may be associated with that effect. And so I made a list of certain effects that I think are basically quite standard. And I'm now going through them one by one and just filling them in with just any kind of magical insight that I have, any kind of magical insight that I can find, lists of demons, lists of angels that produce that particular effect, specific talismans, specific deities, etc., etc. Naturally keeping the traditional and the modern and the unverified personal gnosis stuff separate and very clearly defined so that people looking for one or the other can find what they're looking for. Well, following that one-to-one video conversation that I had, I wanted to make sure that I had something good for the peace category. And so I reached out for the Magician's Tables by Stephen Skinner over here. Let me grab it for you. Here it is. Now, I've complained about this book. It's very poorly organized and it's quite difficult to find what you're looking for. But after quite a bit of loud cursing, I managed to find a list of the 72 angels of Ha-Mephorash. And not only this, but actually their characteristics. Now, unfortunately, Dr. Skinner doesn't share with us where he found these characteristics. But going through them, I was able to find, out of the 72 angels, 28 that were related to peace. Now, that's quite significant. Looking for confidence, I can find like 6. Looking for communication, I can find something like 15. But 28 related to peace is quite a lot. And since, as I told you a couple of weeks ago, I've been moving a little away from the Gallery of Magic workings with the Ha-Mephorash angels and a little bit forwards towards Jareth Tempest's method, I thought it might be worth my sharing with you on the screen right now what those 28 angels were and what is associated, in fact, with each one. Now, as you know from the Sefer Raziel Hamelech, which Steve Savado has translated here as Sefer Raziel Hamelach, and not to be confused with the many other Sefer Razielis that exist out there. Raziel is the angel that puts you in contact with any of the other angels. And so, yes, as I was saying, the really elegant method that I've been using recently has been Jareth Tempest's method. And he shares that method freely on his website, and I'll leave you a link down below for that as well. So if there are any of the angels that you saw scrolling up there that are of interest to you, then you can use that method to simply get in touch with Raziel and ask to be put in touch with that particular angel. And actually in his book, Raziel's Paths of Power, you find path workings that put you in touch with those specific angels. All very nice, very powerful stuff. Anyway, I was thinking that considering the situation of the world at the moment, and considering that I also have the luxury of not being in a war zone and having my own life threatened, I have the privilege of being able to ask for peace rather than protection or revenge or any other situation that would be completely understandable for somebody who's been attacked to desire. I wonder if there may be any magical recommendations to help bring about peace that you can suggest and share with us down below in the comment section. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I'm sure that other people watching this video will be very interested to know what you think as well. Now, obviously, a little disclaimer, as complicated as these world situations are, I would hope that it's obvious that hoping for peace is never a bad thing. I'll take the opportunity to thank from the bottom of my heart all the members who helped to support this channel. Whether you're an Infinity level member or a level 3 member, whose names you can see scrolling up on the left over here, or a level 2 member or level 1 member, I really strongly, deeply appreciate your support. Don't forget that if you want to book a one-to-one conversation with me, you can do so by clicking on the links down below. And if you'd like to support the Foolish Fish channel a little bit more directly, then yes, the Patreon is the best place to do that. Until next time, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. And I'll see you very soon with another video. Bye-bye.